Hello, everybody. Welcome to my new Sunday market breakdown. I hope you had a very nice weekend. And yeah, let's start with the DXY as usually. So I drew this horizontal black line where the sellers are coming in from the last few years ago with very big impulses to the downside. So what we can already see now is we had this nice false break, this monthly bearish candle close back below this horizontal black line. So that's a false break. So this can be an indication that we can have that impulse to the downside. So now we went till the weekly chart for more indication. And what we can see is, okay, we had this bearish move and then the bullish candle close. This is an indication that the bulls are present and we can have more upside momentum in the short term or the long term. That's what we can see right now. If I look to the daily chart right now, so the weekly was bullish candle close. So on a daily, what we can already see is a pattern. We have that shoulder one here, this head, shoulder two, that is respecting with a bullish candle close. So this is a nice sign that the bulls can kick in till the daily TP around this institutional candle here, which works like a magnet. So that's what I can see on the DXY right now. If we have a 4-hour pattern, not yet on the shoulder one. So if we can make here kind of bullish M here, for more upside momentum. So, or we can go straight to the upside to the daily TP around this -27 region. So, okay, so now I will go to my first pair of this upcoming week is Euro AUD. So if I go to the monthly chart, what you can see is that we are decelerating around that region, not that clear. But what we can see already is that we had here clear sellers that came in. And what I can see further, if I look back, here were clear sellers also coming in. Here also, here clear support, clear support here, and again resistance. So this is a supply and demand zone, so we can go to the downside from that zone. If I go to the weekly now, then you can see that we can make a kind of, not the clearest one, this smaller shoulder one, head, shoulder two here, which will be aligning with my daily zone of interest. So what we also see on the weekly is this bearish candle close, the close below our higher low here. So higher low, higher high. We have that break of that zone, so that's nice to see. And we have also the deceleration of that higher high, clear deceleration, 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. So that's nice. If I go now to the daily chart, then you can see I can have here a pattern within a pattern. So we can have that bearish W here. And also that shoulder one, head, shoulder two, with a nice support in the head. So if I go back, you can see the shoulder one, head, shoulder two, with support in the head, which is nice. And you can see here also the sellers kicking in very aggressively and the support here again. So it's a clear supply and demand, so a very nice zone to have. And then the descending trend line here that can hold our price down. If we can draw it a little bit like this can be our descending trend line. And on the 4-hour, we need to have some more patience because we need to break first this lower high here. So if we can break it like this, making a pattern within a pattern, bullish M, inverse and shoulder, shoulder one, head, shoulder two, for more upside momentum. So on this one, we need to have some more patience right now. So I will go to the next pair, GBPNZD on the monthly chart. What we can see is we have that monthly bearish candle close. We were rejecting this kind of shoulder one here, head, shoulder two, with 2 bearish candle closes right now. So yeah, then I went to the weekly and I saw, okay, we had here the nice shoulder one, this head, shoulder two, which got a very nice respected with also this nice selling zone and the clear support and the clear resistance here. So that's very nice. So it's a clear supply and demand zone at that region. So what we now have, we had that deceleration, clear deceleration here, also a nice indication, and then that bearish candle close breaking the last higher low here. So this is a nice sign. So I went till the daily, and what I can see is we are making lower lows and lower highs. So what you can see is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we have here that bearish W for more downside momentum. So what I expect is I drew my Fibonacci from the high to the low, and then I want to see my price to come back to the 61.80 and the 78.60. From that point, if we can reach, if I go now to the 4 hour, then if we can touch our 61.80, our zone of interest, and we have there a pattern deceleration, like in a kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 candles, then I will take it to the downside, or a pattern in the form of head and shoulders, bearish W, like this small head and shoulders here, or the bearish W right here, then I can take it to the downside. So this trade needs some more development also, maybe a day or two, maybe a day. What I can also see is if I took my Fibonacci from the low here to the high, the minus 27 is aligning with the 61.80, and the minus 60.80 is also aligning with this lower high here. So that from there we can make some deceleration or a pattern for more downside momentum. So that's what I can see on GBPNZD. I will go now to the next pair, GBPCHF. On the monthly chart, what you can see is we are in a clear buying zone here on monthly. We can have here that shoulder 1, head shoulder 2, okay. We came very impulsively with corrective nature counter to the trend. So yeah, these are indications that we can go to the upside, but the last monthly candle close was bearish. So I went to the weekly chart, and what you can see is, yeah, we were here at a very nice support region, as you can see, and we broke it. And we had here this clear support, resistance, 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 support, 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 and we broke it. So we closed below. So that's an indication, okay, we can now act like resistance, like the roof for more downside momentum. So I went till the daily chart because the weekly is clear for me. I went till the daily, and what I can see is we have this touch, this previous daily impulse to the downside, this one, and we went till the same lows of this last impulse to the downside. So we have a bearish market. We are making lower lows, lower highs, as you can see. So we made the same lows. So we can expect to make the same highs here. And what also aligning is this horizontal black line, which was clearly support here, which can act like resistance here for more downside momentum. Or we can have that pattern. So we have a pattern within a pattern then. We have that bearish W here. And we have that natural M, same lows, same highs. And then the other pattern is for me a smaller shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2, aligning with this zone. So that's what I can see right now. This pair needs also some development. If I take my, yeah, if this is a false break, we can have that Fibonacci from the low till the high, minus 60.80, aligning with that zone. So yeah, if we have that impulse to the upside like this, and we can make here kind of pattern in the form of head and shoulders or deceleration here for more downside momentum, I will take the trade there. So we need to have there the pattern at my daily zone of interest. So the next pair is AUDNZD on the monthly chart. What I can see is we have that last bullish impulsive move. We have that bullish candle close on the monthly. We have that, if I go to the weekly, we have that bullish M that can complete. This is the bullish M for more upside momentum, which is now doing that. We reversed from that institutional candle, that weekly institutional candle here. As you can see, we reversed from that impulsively. We made now the weekly bullish candle close. So I will delete that zone. We made the bullish candle close. We are at the weekly highs. This is no problem for me. I can look then for a pattern on a daily. So yeah, if I look then to the daily, because the weekly is clear for me, we are bullish. We have that weekly bullish candle close. We can look now to the daily chart. What I can see is we have that shoulder 1 here, then that head and the shoulder 2. So this region, this daily region that I drew, was clear resistance, was clear support, and can act now as support again here. So it's a nice supply and demand, so in which triggers a lot of sellers here and buyers. So here also that institutional candle that there is sitting, very nice to see. So we have that clear shoulder 1, head shoulder 2, so a nice reversal pattern. So what I expect is the price to come back to this zone and make a 4-hour pattern for more upside momentum. So yeah, this needs to have some more development, maybe 4 days. If you have here a daily bearish candle close, and it will go fast to the downside, we will see what will happen, or we can straight go to the upside till the weekly take profit. On the 4-hour, we are making already some corrective nature with the trend. The trend is till the upside, corrective nature with the trend. So the price is showing some indication that the bears can kick in from this point. So we need to break this channel first for more downside momentum. So yeah, so the next pair and the last pair is USDCAD. So if I go to the monthly chart, what you can see is this zone here, this institutional candle here, the blue candle is holding a price down. Every time we tap it, it tried for months to break it. As you can see, we broke it a little bit here, we went to the downside, we broke it, we went impulsively to the downside as a false break. Here we had also some big sellers here, false break, support, resistance, support, yeah, resistance here. So this is also clear supply and demand zone, and the monthly previous bearish candle close is an indication for more downside momentum. If I go now to the weekly, then you can see that we had that bearish impulse. We had here that weekly highs that got respected with a lot of sellers. So yeah, we can expect some more bearish momentum. We have that weekly bearish candle close, which is an indication that I can look further for more downside momentum on the daily. So I go to the daily. What I can see right now on the daily is we have that bearish W here. So, and that institutional candle that is sitting here. So what I expect is this institutional candle works like a magnet. So I can expect the price to come till this white zone of interest, and there can form some pattern. If you form a pattern before that zone, so at the 61.80 here, that's no problem, I will take it. But there is a higher chance that we can come back to this blue candle here between all the red ones. And as you can see, if I drew the daily horizontal, daily zone of interest here, you can see that this was clear resistance here, and this also resistance. And if I look further, then you can see this was also some clear support here. As you can see, the false break here, the resistance, and potential, again, resistance for more downside momentum. So that's what I can see right now on USDCAD. If I go now to the 4-hour chart, so the 4-hour is already switching from momentum. We have that shoulder 1 here, this head, then a potential shoulder 2 for more upside momentum. We had also that kind of deceleration fake out. So we have here the decel, then the fake out of this lower low here. We have that fake out, false break, and then we can have more upside momentum. So we need to have some patience on a lot of trades this week. So yeah, have a nice trading week, guys, and I hope you learned a lot. So see you next week. Bye.